blood.
Drink blood.
Drink blood.
Breathe life.
Hey, that's cool.
Welcome to Unfiltered. All the levers in there, up there, Bruce? Perfect.
Master volume is up and set, bud.
Excellent. Because we did have a new show last week. It's just that when we finished taping it, we realized that we had had a failure in the, let me get this right, it was the DHTT MVOS, which is the director's hand to the master volume output slider.
Yeah, Bruce screwed up.
Bruce
He didn't
yeah,
turn
Bruce
the
forgot
dang
to
volume
turn-
up.
Forgot to turn the
We
master
had
volume
a
up.
great show, but it was a silent show.
Well, you know, it was a silent show. Very peaceful. But I saved, you know,
You're working on doing the captions. Right?
fortunately the stuff that I talked about last week is like timeless stuff. But let's, first of all, I want to say welcome to all our new viewers, because this is the first episode that we've actually put on Peg Media, and at this point we could be seen all over the country probably. Yeah, and who wouldn't want to watch this show? Well, I want to start this week by talking about something I know nothing about. I know, what's new? But this subject is, I mean, nobody knows anything about this subject. I'm going to talk about the health care bill. The bill that Congress used bribes, extortion, promises, more bribes, threats, and any other tactic they could think of to get this bill passed through the House. That's right. Mostly illegal things. You can't tell me when somebody says, look, Senator, for your vote, we will give your state $1 million project. That's bribery. It is against the law. It is like a class, it's a class felony. So where are the people that are arresting the members of Congress for blatant bribery? I mean, they've come right out and said it. That Dennis Kucinich changed his vote from no to yes, because he got a ride in Air Force One.
Boy, he's cheap.
You know, and this is a bill that, well, one thing I heard, they said it's going to create 16,500 jobs. Yeah. All IRS agents. More government. That's all that is. That's not more jobs, that's more government. That's not a company paying these people, that's us paying these people. And on top of having to pay more IRS agents, now the government tells us you must buy health insurance. That is the government telling me that I have got to spend my money on something, regardless of whether I want it or not, under penalty of fines and jail. Well, hey, guess what? Put me in jail. Free health coverage. I won't have to buy it. I'm going to take this, like I always do, way over the edge. Because if the government is telling you you have to buy health insurance, What's next? Can the government pass a law that says everybody will be a smoker and have to pay $7 a pack for cigarettes? Shit, what a great way to make money. You know, government just make a law telling people they have to buy stuff. You know, it's not right. And the government has been doing this for way too long. I'm not coming down the Democrats.
That's extortion, man.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It is against the law that those people made.
They're telling us that we have to invest and buy into a private company.
Exactly. I don't know what it's going to come down to, but in my opinion, you know, like I don't want to, you know, rag on the Democrats because, of course, everybody is saying, you know, it's the Democrats' fault. It's the Democrats' fault. It's not the Democrats' fault. It's our so-called dark angel that appeared, you know, in this past election. The man who's, you know, gonna solve every one of the world's problems. I'm trying to think. 2008. No, see, that's only 4 years. And the Antichrist is supposed to serve for 7 before the end of the year, before the end of the world, right? Is that the way it is? Andrea, you're a little bit more versed in the Bible stuff than me. The Antichrist, is he like 7 years, right? And then the end? So Obama couldn't really be considered the Antichrist. Well, 2012, the Mayans, you know, the Mayans figured that out. And maybe what they figured out was 2012 will be the end of the American government as we know it, you know, because my feelings are it's time to put that little clause of the Constitution into action, the one that says we the people can take back our government from the criminals. And as far as I'm concerned, every single one of them guys from the White House all the way down to the IRS agents are criminals. I don't know. I can't force anybody to buy something, you know, but the government can say you will buy health care. And then I heard, because of this health care bill, which still nobody knows what it's all about because it's 2,000 pages and nobody's read it yet.
They won't let you read it.
Yeah, they don't want you to read it. Because what it says is that apparently they're saying that 30 million more people will be added to the health care insurance rolls, which means that people that were unable to get health insurance will now be able to get it. But what they're not really publicizing is the fact that along with bringing in all these new people into the system, the government is going to cut the money that it gives to doctors treating the elderly by 20%. So the government doesn't need death panels. It's just going to be doctors will stop seeing elderly people. They'll say, oh no, we can't fit you in for another 3 months. And I've seen this shit work. You call for an appointment, they put you off, they put you off, they put you off, they put you off. Pretty soon, you're dead. Because you just got bumped and bumped and bumped because of somebody that probably had less wrong with them, but they had the insurance. They were young. You know, I don't think we should stand for it. I don't know. It would be different, you know. I don't need another bill. This is pretty much what I'm saying. I am budgeted, you know, with the money that I make. It's one thing if my taxes went up. Because, you know, I don't even notice that. I never see it. It just gets taken out, whisked away. And if that's what the government wants to do, then do that. take that little bit of extra from everybody, proportionately, and I'll go back to the, flat tax. None of this exemptions, none of this writing off crap, because, I could give a shit if you dumped 100 grand into the stock market and lost your ass. It's not my fault. You were stupid. You gambled. And yes, the stock market is gambling. I don't need another bill. If the government wants to take the taxes, then take the taxes, use the taxes to pay the damn doctors, and if I get sick, I want to walk into any hospital, anywhere, and say I'm an American citizen, treat me. That simple. Here is my national ID card, or my papers, or my little damn tattoo on my wrist. Whatever. I belong in this country, I work in this country, I live in this country. Fix me. But it probably doesn't even work that way. It's just, makes me nuts.
No, Rick, they take you in and they fix you a hell of a lot faster if you're not a citizen.
Exactly, yeah.
If you can't speak English and did you Barry do?
Oh yeah, I left that over there. I'll see if I have time to get into that one after the musical interlude. But the government claims that there's not enough money for health care, for Medicare, for Medicaid, for Social Security. Not enough money. I've got some things the government's spending money on. I thought maybe you'd like to hear where some of your tax dollars go. $187,000 goes to protecting a Michigan insect collection from other insects. We have $219,000 going to a university studying hookup behavior of female college co-eds in New York. $219,000 to look at a bunch of college girls and go, yep, they get drunk, they get laid. Give me my $219,000.
You said a university in Michigan is studying this.
No, I believe it's a university in New York.
I would hope so.
It's the Michigan insect collection. Yeah. Here's $95,000 in Rhode Island for the police department to buy 92 BlackBerries, the smartphones, for their supervisors. My question is, what the hell's wrong with the radios? Apparently they must have 92 supervisors if they want 92 phones. Who knows? Here's a cheap one, $8,000, going to a university studying whether mice become disoriented when they consume alcohol. Yeah. And here's one, $259,000 for foreign bus wheel polishers in California. Foreign bus wheel polishers. The wheels on the bus, they go round and round. Apparently these guys polish them before they send them back to Mexico. This is where your tax dollars are going. While you sit there all content in your little houses watching me. There's even worse ones. This one's actually not a bad one. Massachusetts middle school getting money to build a solar array on its roof. They're getting $150,000. This one here, $712,000. That's almost $750,000 developing a program to develop machine-generated humor. That's $750,000 for somebody to build a fart machine. Man. Here's one $30,000 for studying methamphetamines and the female rat sex drive. In case anybody's interested. $498,000 for studying social networks like Facebook in North Carolina. Oh, this one got me. $4.4 million. All right, $4.4 million for 18 North Carolina teacher coaches to heighten math and reading performance. Yeah. $4.4 million for 18 coaches? Sorry. If a teacher doesn't know math and reading, fire them. Jeez. Here's one, $900,000 for producing and transporting peanuts and peanut butter in North Carolina. Is it just me, or does anybody else think maybe Jif and Peter Pan should be paying that money? Not me. I don't even eat peanut butter. It's a university, $200,000 to a university in California, sending students to Africa to study why Africans vote the way they do in their elections. That's $200,000. I will pay somebody $10 to go into damn Congress and find out what makes those pricks vote the way they do. I'm just saying. It goes on and on and on. Hey, here's some right here for New Hampshire. New Hampshire's getting $2 million to buy 4 buses. Because apparently we can't find a bus cheaper than $500,000. Growing up as a kid, you could buy 10 buses for $500,000. I don't know what these buses are going to have in them. Probably casinos. Apparently. It's $1.5 million to a university in Oklahoma sending 3 researchers to Alaska to study grandparents and how they pass knowledge on to younger children. Like we haven't figured out how knowledge passes from generation to generation yet. $2.3 million to Florida beauty school tuition. Now, this is an industry that the majority of people that graduate from beauty school 5 years down the road are not even in the business anymore. They've moved on. You know, it's the same thing with like massage therapy, medical transcriptionist, you know, all those little DeVry Institute kind of classes you can take. Here's $10,000 for the Colorado Dragon Boat Festival. I want $10,000 for a festival. Here's $30 million for new spring training facilities for the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Colorado Rockies. Like baseball teams don't make enough money, they can't pay for their own facilities. On and on and on. $351,000 to replace all the existing dumbwaiters in New York. And that's stupid too, because I believe restaurants should hire smart waiters in the beginning. And $25,000 to a town in Maryland. They don't know what they're going to do with it, but the government's giving it to them. There was also one, I don't know where it is now, but it was money for a bridge project, I think it was, that the city had already funded. And the government said, it might have been in Oklahoma. And the government said, oh, well, we don't care if you've already funded it. Here's money. That's dumb. Anyway, there are 102 things on this list with a grand total of almost $5 million, $5 billion. Yeah. But, oh my God, we can't afford Medicare, Medicaid. Can't afford taking care of people. So, how retarded is that anyway? All right. We're going to have some funny stuff here in a minute. Hold on, let me get this refreshing beverage. You know, I don't drink enough water. We're going to do crew call. Oh, yeah, because Greg's setting up his shot. And, see, we give you that light, Greg, and then you sometimes forget to turn it on. On camera one and adjusting all the other cameras around the set is Greg, as usual. Jim is off at a concert at the middle school tonight, so in the booth, hopefully, well lit, is Bruce and Andrea.
Hey, there we are. How you doing out there, Rick?
Yes. Perfect.
So far, so good. We haven't screwed up the volume, and everything's still working, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I do apologize for last week. That was my mistake. One little slider I didn't put up, but it was the most important one. I know now. Lesson learned.
It's at
but,
3 years and still learning.
Yeah. You know, still. Well, Andrea normally takes care of the sound, so I watch her, and I thought I had it down, and all the lights were working, but
Yeah.
we heard everything just fine.
Okay.
But
So
stuff
we'll
happens.
pass the blame on to Andrea. for
It's all
being
her
sick.
damn fault because she wasn't feeling good last week. She was ill. So,
All right. Well,
but,
we'll know better next time.
yeah, last week was gorgeous. Unfortunately, it's turned colder and wetter this week, and they're even saying that nasty ass S word again for the tail end of this week.
Nah, I don't believe it.
Well, I know we still got one more storm coming, man. I feel it.
Yeah, it's going to be the week of April 11th.
Yeah, when you guys go to Vegas, right?
Yeah, when we're not here.
But we finally had a decent race last. Well, it was a decent track.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that it was a decent race because of who won, but they raced Bristol last week.
I thought it was a touch on the boring side this week.
A little
too,
bit.
compared to past Bristol races.
Past races were a little bit more exciting, but I don't know. Kurt Busch had a heck of a good run going, and till right there at the end, that last pit stop, and they ended up coming in. He took 4 tires. Jimmy Johnson took 4 tires, and a bunch of guys took 2 and got out ahead of him, but they didn't seem to hold back Jimmy as much as they did Kurt.
Right.
So, but I'll turn it over to Andrea, let her fill everybody in on how things ended up and how we're looking in the chase and any little news tidbits we got coming up. So, over to you.
Thanks, dear. Yeah, the race at Bristol, it was, the outcome was Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, Greg Biffle, and Matt Kenseth came in 5th. Dale Jr. had a 7th place finish, and he was he had broken the top 5, and then he got a speeding violation on pit road, and that kind of bumped him back a little bit, so it kind of sucks. But he ended up with a 7th place finish, and actually that was a good finish for him. The funny thing is during the interviews afterwards, Kurt Busch admitted that he would rather lose to anyone else on that track racing except for Jimmy Johnson. So I guess we're not the only ones waiting for somebody to take out Jimmy. I think Kurt, well, he was close enough to him that if he'd been a smart man, he could have taken him out. But then again, he'd have been driving dirty, and he wasn't. Okay, the standings now. Kevin Harvick, he's in first place. Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson is in third now. Greg Biffle, Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch is up to sixth in the top 12. Jeff Burton and Dale Jr. actually came up 5 spots. He's now in 8th place in the standings, so that's really good. That finish of his really did him a lot. Paul Menard, ninth. Kyle Busch is still hanging in there, 10th. And honestly, I swear to God, I would have even taken and enjoyed the little skunk winning rather than Jimmy Johnson. That's how bad it's gotten. Jeff Gordon in 11th and Clint Boyer in 12th. This week they're heading off to Martinsville, the old paperclip, the place that fancies their red hot dogs. And God help me, I don't know how anybody can. Biggest case of heartburn I ever saw. But they all seem to like them there in Martinsville. But they had a race with a lot over the weekend, that same weekend at Bristol, with a lot of the old timers, and they had a really horrendous crash. And just for anybody that might have been watching it, Larry Pearson, who is David Pearson's son, was one of those involved in the crash, and he's doing okay. He's in stable condition in the hospital. He looks like he may, let's see, what did he do? He has a fractured hip, and I think it was a broken ankle and a broken wrist. So he got T-boned really bad. And I'm sure, I don't know about you, but if I was one of the doctors in that emergency room, and I had anywhere from 55 to 72-year-old drivers coming in racing, I think I'd be scratching my head wondering what the hell they were doing out there. But anyways, just for you people to know, Larry Pearson is doing really good. The other thing is on May 21st is NASCAR Day. So for all you people that like to support NASCAR Day and NASCAR and their different charities, the pins are $5. So get your pins and start, sporting those pins. But other than that, Rick, there's nothing about racing going on. It's just that now, after all your squawking about all the money the government's spending, now I know why the hell they take over 30% out of my paycheck every darn week.
Yeah. It's
Just so they can spend it frivolously. Well, hell, if you want it spent frivolously, leave it with me. I'll do it. I could think of plenty of things to do. So,
Yes.
yeah, anyways, that's about it, Rick, and it's back to you.
Thank you, Andrea.
Actually, one more tidbit is Bristol was the last time we're going to see the rear wing on the back of the car.
Oh, that's
They're
right,
taking the
they're
wing
going back.
off. They're putting the spoiler back on. From here on out, starting in Martinsville, they're going to have the spoiler like the older style
Yeah, that's right.
cars. So we'll have to see if it helps when they go backwards to keep them on the ground, or if they're still going to flip over, because the rear wing was helping them to catch air quite a bit. So hopefully that'll make them a little bit safer. But that was about it, buddy.
It's racing. It's automobiles going 150 to 200 miles an hour. It's not safe, no matter what you do. Jeez.
Well, they should have known better than to put a wing on a car.
I heard a great line, and I'm trying to
That
think
makes
of
it
where,
a plane.
I'm trying to think of where I heard this great line. It said, "The government can do nothing to make life safe." Just a thought. As a matter of fact, you may just be walking down the street or into a building and get killed by somebody committing suicide. Yeah, it's an odd murder-suicide in Brussels, where a Belgian woman jumped to her death from her 12th story balcony and hit a 72-year-old man who was entering the apartment building, and she killed him and herself. But yeah, supposedly she was reported to have suffered depression since the death of her husband. Didn't say how he died, and it doesn't say anything about the 72-year-old man that she killed. But if she had lived, she could have been charged with his death. That's true. She could have been sentenced to prison. This guy got sentenced to prison for a break-in. As a matter of fact, he broke into a prison. Oh my God, it's right, Andrea. See, the retards just come crawling out of the woodwork on this show, don't they? Apparently, he had been let out of jail. He'd been sentenced to 15 years in jail. He apparently feared violent reprisals from family members of the manslaughter victim. And he tried to scale a 12-foot high barbed wire fence to break back into the jail that he was released from. And he had been released on probation from the jail a week earlier.
He couldn't just knock on the door and ask to come back in.
Well, apparently not. They don't just let you into places like that.
I forgot my toothbrush.
They have to
come back and,
No, apparently they want you there if you're supposed to be there, and if you're not supposed to be there. All right, that's enough. Couple of little quick, funny, haha, stupid people things. Let's get back into the whole government crap stuff because they're stupid. Apparently in Connecticut, the lawmakers down there are trying to change the laws so that minors between the ages of 13 and 18 who commit sexting, which is a contraction of sex and texting. That's when people send nude pictures over the text lines. And right now, the way the law stands, if you're found guilty of that, you are charged with a sex crime and have to register on the sex offender registry list. But apparently a lot of kids do this because it's cool or something. And the new law will make it so, we'll make it so that, now this is weird. It said it will reduce the charge from a felony to a misdemeanor when the sexting is between minors 13 to 18 years of age who are in some sort of a relationship. Now, yeah, 13, you know, and apparently a 2009 survey conducted for the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children found that 19% of teenagers had sent, received, or forwarded nude or nearly nude pictures through text message or email.
So it's still illegal for a minor under 18 to walk into the corner store and buy a Playboy.
Yes. But they can take pictures of other naked little girls and send them around. People, this is totally unacceptable. Where the hell is your heads? You scream and complain that the world is turning into a horrible place, but yet you're going to let kids who you say, well, kids should know, they don't know better.
Right, but you're still allowing children to be exploited.
That whole thing about children don't know any better doesn't fly these days. Not with the amount of knowledge and information that's out there.
By the time they're 13 years old, I would hope to God they should, know that something like that ain't right.
Yeah, 13 to 18, and maybe the way that things should go down is maybe we should make kids kids again. Stop trying to make a 13-year-old kid an adult. A 13-year-old kid's got no business with a cell phone. A 16-year-old kid's got no business with a cell phone. A 17-year-old kid's got no business with a cell phone. A 17-year-old has no business telling his parents to piss off. If a 17-year-old kid disrespects an adult, the 17-year-old kid should be smacked. They are kids. Until they hit that magic age, when we say they're adults, then we treat them like kids. That's the problem these days. We're not treating the kids like kids. We're treating our kids like friends. It's crap. Your kid is not your friend. Your kid is your kid. And if a 13-year-old kid sends a text of a nude picture, damn right. Lock the kid up, charge them as an adult. If they're adult enough to take a nude picture and send it, they're adult enough to go to prison. You know, let's make this right all the way around. Parents, start hitting the damn kids again. Get them under control. Because for one thing, I would not think of taking nude pictures when I was a kid of another little kid and sending it around the school. No, because if anybody that I knew would have caught me doing that, it wouldn't have been a felony. I would have been in a box in the ground. I would have had my ass beat so bad. Christ. But oh, they're kids. They don't know any better. Yeah. That's why the kids are growing up to be such irresponsible little jerks these days. Because the parents have got that, oh, who cares if they send nude pictures? All right. Teachers aren't helping either. One teacher in California has been arrested. Apparently because he couldn't hold off on his drinking until after school. They busted him for allegedly teaching while drunk. Good. Hope the guy never teaches again. You know. 47-year-old administrators told the Riverside County Sheriff's Department that the 47-year-old teacher was apparently intoxicated on campus. Sheriff's deputy said the teacher had taken prescription drugs and alcohol, and an alcoholic beverage was found inside a container. School district superintendent said there was never a threat to the 7th grade students, and the teacher's been placed on leave. Yeah, no threat to the students, just, you know, the image that, you know, even if you're a teacher, you can get drunk and teach your kids, and that'll be cool. I don't know.
That's showing responsible behavior.
It's, yeah. Yeah, no. Responsible behavior is this story here. I'll do this one. Because you know how much I like the whole airport security crap now, you know, with the full body scanners and stuff. Other than the fact that it's going to save me a ton on healthcare bills, because when I get screened on my way to Vegas, I'm going to ask the dude, did you see anything I need to see a doctor about? In London, a security worker at London's Heathrow Airport received a police warning and faces disciplinary action over claims that he oogled a female colleague using a full body scanner. Apparently, the female worker mistakenly strayed into the scanner, which can see through clothes, and a 25-year-old male worker made lewd comments. Probably, woohoo, check out the lines on her or something, you know? But yeah, apparently they've got nothing better to do, but, you know. And it's the same thing as copy machines. I imagine after a while the novelty of it all will wear off. But when copy machines first came out, Remember everybody was jumping up, photocopying their butt and stuff, you know? It's the same thing.
Well, do they have guaranteed free speech over in?
In London?
London?
No, London. Europe, they're like a huge nanny state. You know, you can't even walk your dog from inside the car without people going nuts over there. Oh. Everything's just a little backwards. And I don't know.
Yeah, like I just said to Bruce, the adults are getting into trouble for oogling, but the kids are being encouraged to text dirty pictures.
Exactly, yeah.
Am I missing something here?
No, you're not missing anything.
They were asked backwards, who's the adult and who's the child?
I know, I wish I was a kid. I was talking to a teacher the other day, and he said, apparently these days, it's very unpopular for a teacher to send kids home with homework. Yeah, how crazy is that? Oh, I'm sorry, you can't send homework home with these kids.
My daughter don't have popular teachers.
No, why your daughter gets homework? Yeah. I mean, yeah, when I was a kid, we had nothing but homework, you know? All right, yeah, we might as well do that now then. And then we'll come back. I got a couple more funny things. Yeah. So, tonight on the Mom's Tattoo musical interlude from the 2000, actually from this year, the 2009 Music Fest is Chaotic Soul. they're a great band. Hot keyboard player, man, and funky bass. And you gotta love that. Fairfield, Connecticut. Police foiled a bank robbery. Well, it was fairly easy because they had advance notice. Apparently, 2 suspects called the bank and told an employee to get a bag of money ready. They'd be in. Yeah, a 27-year-old man and an unidentified 16-year-old boy were arrested for robbery and threatening charges at the People's United Bank branch in Fairfield, Connecticut. Sergeant James Perez said the 2 Bridgeport residents showed up about 10 minutes after making the call and were met by police in the parking lot. He also said the suspects were not too bright. You think? Hello, is this the bank? Yeah, I don't have a lot of time. Could you get a whole bag of money ready? I'll be in to pick it up. I want to, don't let me throw that away, Greg. I want to keep that because if that guy ever runs for office, I'm voting for him. He'll fit right in up there in Washington. Down there in Washington, whatever. I got these as an email because, you know, people take the time, people that don't actually take the time to like send me messages through email, but they find time, all the time in the world, to forward all this stupid crap to me. This was titled "The Man Rules." It says, at last the guy has taken the time to write this all down. Finally, the guy's side of the story. And I must admit, it's pretty good. We always hear the rules from the female side. Now here are the rules from the male side. And these are our rules. Please note, they're all numbered 1 on purpose. Number 1, men are not mind readers. Number 1, learn to work the toilet seat. You're a big girl. If it's up, put it down. We need it up. You need it down. And you don't hear us complaining about having to put it up. Number 1, crying is blackmail. On both sides. Number 1, ask for what you want. And let me be clear on this one, subtle hints do not work. Strong hints do not work. Obviously, hints do not work. If you want something, just say it. Number 1, yes and no are perfectly acceptable answers to almost every question. Number 1, come to us with a problem only if you want help solving it. That's what we do. Sympathy is what your girlfriends are for. Number 1, anything we said 6 months ago is inadmissible in an argument. In fact, all comments become null and void after 7 days. Me personally, don't ask me about anything that happened yesterday. I smoke a little pot now and then. I forget things. I only had to say that just in case some of these new viewers in some of these new towns may not know, and at some point they're sitting in front of their TV going, you know, I bet this guy smokes pot. Now you know. I do. Number 1, if you think you're fat, you probably are. Don't ask us. Number 1, if something we said can be interpreted 2 ways, and one of the ways makes you sad or angry, we meant the other one. Number 1, you can either ask us to do something or tell us how you want it done. not both. If you already know best how to do it yourself. Number 1, whenever possible, please say whatever you have to say during commercials. Thank you. Number 1, Christopher Columbus did not need directions, and neither do we. Number 1, all men see in only 16 colors, like Windows default settings. Peach, for example, is a fruit, not a color. Pumpkin is also a fruit. We have no idea what mauve is. Number 1, if we ask what is wrong and you say nothing, we will act like nothing's wrong. We know you're lying, but it's not worth the hassle. Number 1, if you ask a question you don't want an answer to, expect an answer you don't want to hear. That sounds common sense stuff. Number 1, when we have to go somewhere, absolutely anything you wear is fine. Really. Number 1, don't ask us what we're thinking about unless you're prepared to discuss such topics as baseball or motorsports. Number 1, you have enough clothes. Number 1, you have too many shoes. Number 1, I am in shape. Round is a shape. And at the end it says, thank you for reading this. Yes, I know I have to sleep on the couch tonight. But did you know men really don't mind this? It's like camping. That's actually kind of a good one. All right. I'm going to try and get through this one. 3 minutes? All right. This is a conversation that took place in a hotel. But, you know, it's really not going to be right because it's in the spellings, I think. It goes back and forth between the room service clerk and the guest. Room service clerk. Morin, room service. Sorry, I thought I dialed room service. Rye, room service. Morin, Jewish to order Suntine? Yes, I'd like to order bacon and eggs. Ow, July den? What? Ow, July den? Pride, buoyed, pooched? Oh, the eggs. How do I like them? Sorry, scrambled, please. Ow, July de bacon crease? Crisp will be fine. Okay. And sand toes? What? And toes? July sand toes? What? Oh, I don't think so. No, Judo one sand toes? I feel really bad about this, but I don't know what Judo one Santos means. Toes, toes. Why Judo one toes? How about English muffin? We bought her. Oh, English muffin. I've got it. You were saying toast. Fine. Yes, an English muffin will be fine. We bought her? No, just put the butter on the side. What? I mean butter. Just put the butter on the side. Copy? Excuse me. Copy? Tea? Meal? Yes, coffee please. And that's everything. 1 mini. Scrambled egg. Crease bacon. English muffin. We bought her on side and copy. Right? Whatever you say. 10 Jewberry muds. You're welcome. See, I think it's better if you're reading, because it looks like somebody in Arkansas wrote it. Really. I'm just saying. Oh, we're down to like 45 seconds.
5 seconds.
That's a little bit like I felt when I was talking to Ahmet so many times on it, trying to get my name changed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. You're having to go through all that. I would have just kept your regular name. That's what I would have done. Hey, we will be back next week with a one more live show. No, I think we have 2 more shows. Well, 1 more show. That's right. And then we'll be off for the rest of the month of April, showing some repeats. The Las Vegas episodes will make a return. Up next on No Spin, Chris Coates is going to be joined by Kendall Lane, I believe, with Paul Miller, Jim Rumanier from the Keene Sentinel to talk about Sentinel stuff. Till next week.
Stop. There are kids watching. That's no way to teach kids how to behave.
Refreshments provided by G. Housen Distributors. Premium beverages delivered.